All right, Patriots fans, let's dive into everything happening in Foxborough right now, because there is a ton to unpack, and the excitement surrounding this team is real. First off, the Patriots have been making some moves that are really starting to define the culture Mike Vrabel is trying to build here. The way he is shaping the roster and setting the tone for how he wants each position to operate is becoming clear, and it is fascinating to see how everyone is adjusting to fit into his system. One of the biggest headlines has been the extension of Marcus Jones, our electric cornerback and punt returner. The team rewarded him with a 3-year, $36 million deal, and he has absolutely earned it with the kind of explosive plays he consistently makes. The energy he brings to the field is a huge part of what keeps opposing offenses on their heels, and his presence will continue to be a key piece of the Patriots' strategy moving forward. But while Jones is staying, there has been significant roster movement elsewhere, and some longtime Patriots have been traded, which is always tough to see for fans who have followed these players closely. Kyle Duggar, one of the longest-tenured members of the team, was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Keion White was sent to the San Francisco 49ers. Both trades involved moving up from the 7th round to the 6th round in the draft, and it's clear that these moves were strategic, not just about clearing roster space, but about giving the team flexibility to address specific needs. For Duggar, the Steelers had an opening due to injury, and now he joins Dill Peppers, another former Patriot, on a new team. For White, it was about finding the right scheme fit, and sometimes a player just doesn't mesh perfectly with the system they are in, which was the case with the shift back to a more traditional 3-4 defensive scheme in New England. These kinds of trades are a reflection of how Vrabel and his staff are putting their stamp on the team, prioritizing fit and long-term potential over simply holding on to familiar names. The Patriots are also carefully managing the financial side of these deals, covering most of Duggar's remaining salary, which shows that they're thinking several steps ahead about both roster construction and cap management. What this all signals is that we should expect more activity in the near future. The Patriots have shown a willingness to move players, sign free agents, and possibly explore trades to get the right pieces in place. Depth in the safety and edge linebacker positions seems likely to be the focus, and there are already intriguing options on the practice squad with rookies like Craig Woodson stepping up and Jalen Hawkins making highlight reel plays. This internal development, combined with potential external acquisitions, could really bolster the team as the season progresses. On the offensive side, Drake Maye continues to elevate his game, and his performance this season is turning heads across the league. His passer rating is now among the highest in NFL history, which is remarkable considering how early we are in his career. To put in perspective, he is currently ahead of some of the best quarterbacks in recent memory, including Drew Brees and Matt Stafford in their peak seasons. This is a quarterback who is consistently outperforming expectations and proving that he can lead this team with both poise and versatility. Maye's ability to make big plays downfield, combined with his mobility, is exactly what the Patriots need to stay competitive against elite defenses. Looking ahead to the upcoming games, the Atlanta Falcons will be an interesting test. Last week, they struggled against Miami, partly due to injuries and missing key offensive pieces, which allowed their defense to be exposed in unexpected ways. But make no mistake, Atlanta has the talent to make adjustments and challenge New England, particularly with playmakers like Bijan Robinson and a defense that can generate pressure when functioning at full strength. The Patriots' defense has been exceptional at limiting rushing yards, and maintaining that edge will be crucial this weekend. Pressure from the front seven, disciplined coverage in the secondary, and smart rotation will all be necessary to contain the Falcons' dynamic playmakers. On offense, Maye will need to combine his passing accuracy with his mobility to exploit weaknesses in Atlanta's defense. The running game, featuring Rondre Stevenson and others, will also play a key role, particularly if the Patriots can establish balance and control the tempo of the game. All of these elements together, smart roster management, the emergence of young talent, strategic trades, and the leadership of Drake Maye, paint a picture of a team that is not only competitive now, but building towards sustained success under Mike Vrabel. Every game from this point forward will test the team's cohesion, depth, and resilience, but there is plenty of reason for optimism. The Patriots are positioned to make meaningful moves, continue developing key players, and potentially secure a strong path into the playoffs. And while the Falcons represent the next immediate challenge, there's a sense that this team is learning, adapting, and executing at a high level on both sides of the ball, which makes following every development in Foxborough incredibly compelling. From the draft strategy to the field performance, it is clear that every decision is made with purpose and that the team is aligning around shared vision. Fans should expect more surprises, more strategic moves, and more standout performances as the season unfolds, and the trajectory of this team is looking more exciting with each passing week. The Patriots are not just reacting. They're setting the tone, shaping the culture, and showing that under Vrabel's leadership, they are committed to building something sustainable and competitive. Every player, every trade, and every game plan reflects a meticulous approach to improving the roster while maximizing the talent currently in place. From the electrifying contributions of Marcus Jones to the poised leadership of Maye, the Patriots are assembling a combination of skill, strategy, and athleticism that has the potential to challenge any opponent on the schedule. As we continue to watch the evolution of this team, it is becoming clear that Mike Vrabel is not just coaching plays. He's coaching a mindset, a style of football that emphasizes adaptability, discipline, and execution at the highest level. This approach is resonating with both the veterans and the younger players, creating an environment where everyone understands their role and the expectations set for them. The recent roster adjustments, trades, and contract extensions are all a part of this broader strategy to ensure that the Patriots are not just competing this season, but building a foundation for continued success. And as the team prepares for the Falcons and beyond, the spotlight remains on how well the offense and defense can execute under pressure, how effectively young players can step into new roles, and how the leadership of key figures like Drake can elevate the team in critical moments. Every matchup presents unique challenges, but the way the Patriots are structuring their roster and preparing game plans shows a team that is thinking multiple steps ahead, balancing short-term success with long-term goals. As the Patriots gear up for their upcoming clash with the Atlanta Falcons, the focus naturally shifts to the dynamics on both sides of the ball and how New England can exploit opportunities while mitigating threats. The Falcons, despite a stumble against Miami, still pose a multifaceted challenge with key offensive weapons capable of turning a game in an instant. Bijan Robinson, for instance, has been electric in the backfield, blending speed, vision, and power to make explosive plays consistently. Containing him will require disciplined gap assignments from the Patriots' defensive line and linebackers, alongside astute coverage from the secondary. The front seven must impose their will early, disrupt timing, and make sure Atlanta's quarterback doesn't have the comfort to operate the offense efficiently. That pressure, combined with the Patriots' typical focus on limiting the opponent's rushing game to under 50 yards per contest, sets the stage for a defensive performance that could define the outcome. The secondary will also be tested with Atlanta's mix of veteran receivers and young talent. Keeping them in check will demand sharp communication, precise tackling, and the ability to anticipate routes while staying ready to react to sudden changes in coverage schemes. Mistakes in this area could be costly, especially if the Falcons' quarterback can extend plays or find openings in tight windows. On offense, the spotlight remains firmly on Maye, whose development this season has been nothing short of remarkable. His passing has consistently opened defenses up, creating opportunities for big plays, but what makes Maye particularly dangerous is his ability to combine his arm with athleticism, allowing him to escape pressure and extend plays when coverage collapses. The Patriots have shown an ability to exploit mismatches in both the passing and running game, and with receivers who can stretch the field and create separation, Maye's deep connections could become a decisive factor. Complementing Maye, the running game offers balance and unpredictability. Rondre Stevenson has shown flashes of dominance with powerful runs that challenge defenses to maintain discipline. When the line opens holes and the running backs exploit them efficiently, it not only accumulates yards but also forces the opponent to respect the run, opening passing lanes in the process. Tavon Henderson, for example, has demonstrated versatility and speed, contributing effectively when called upon. The interplay between running and passing is critical for New England to control tempo, sustain drives, and keep Atlanta's defense on its heels. Special teams also remain a subtle but crucial element of the Patriots' strategy. Marcus Jones, with his electrifying return skills, continues to provide opportunities for field position swings that can alter the momentum of a game. In a matchup as potentially tight as this, those contributions cannot be overlooked, and consistent execution here will be essential. Beyond individual performance, the overarching theme is team cohesion. Mike Vrabel's influence is evident as players clearly understand their roles, from the starters to those stepping up from the practice squad. The depth chart is being tested, and the ability of rookies and backups to perform under pressure could determine the Patriots' flexibility and resilience as the season progresses. The strategic moves earlier in the season, trades, draft adjustments, and free agent acquisitions, are beginning to show their impact as the roster adapts to the evolving needs and the specific style of play Vrabel wants to establish. Each week brings new challenges, whether it is adjusting to different offensive formations, defensive schemes, or compensating for injuries. But the team has displayed adaptability that is encouraging for fans looking ahead to the playoff stretch. The upcoming schedule is demanding, with the Patriots facing the Falcons, the Bucs, the Jets, Bengals, Giants, Bills, Ravens, and Dolphins, among others. Each game offers its own tactical challenges, yet the opportunity lies in maintaining consistency, exploiting matchups, and ensuring that both the offensive and defensive units operate at peak efficiency. If New England can continue to execute with precision and leverage the strengths of key players like Maye, Marcus Jones, Rondre Stevenson, and the emerging secondary, there's a realistic path to not only making the playoffs, but securing a favorable position that could include home field advantage. Looking beyond the Falcons game, the team's trajectory will also hinge on ongoing roster moves and depth management. Injuries, performance fluctuations, and the ever-present possibility of strategic trades or practice squad promotions mean that the Patriots must remain vigilant, proactive, and flexible. The front office and coaching staff are clearly aligned in their approach, which bodes well for a season defined by calculated decisions and consistent execution. The narrative this season is also about growth and adaptation. Maye's performance is reshaping expectations, and young players stepping into larger roles are gaining invaluable experience. Defensive standouts, special teams contributors, and offensive playmakers are all coming together under a system that rewards discipline, situational awareness, and the ability to seize opportunities as they arise. This alignment between strategy, talent, and execution is critical when aiming for the postseason and competing against teams with similar or greater individual talent levels. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In the quiet corners of the NFL rumor mill, whispers have been swirling about the New England Patriots quietly pulling off what could be one of the shrewdest acquisitions of the offseason. Sources close to team insiders suggest that the Patriots have made a stealth move, signing a talented edge rusher who could immediately bolster their pass rush. The catch? The team managed to do it under the radar, without the usual fanfare or media blitz that accompanies most headline-grabbing signings. The player in question, an edge defender with a reputation for relentless pursuit and game-changing sacks, reportedly intrigued New England's front office months ago. According to insiders, the Patriots were monitoring him closely, analyzing tape and metrics, all while keeping negotiations quietly under wraps. The secrecy seemed strategic. By keeping other teams guessing, New England may have avoided a bidding war or alerting potential rivals to his availability. Patriots fans could be in for a treat. If the reports hold, this edge rusher brings not just athleticism, but also versatility, a key trait in Bill Belichick's defensive schemes. He can line up on either side, adapt to different fronts, and has shown flashes of making quarterbacks uncomfortable even in high-pressure scenarios. For a franchise always looking for the next piece to complete its puzzle, this acquisition could be that missing element on a defensive unit eager to reclaim its dominance. Speculation is now rampant. How much of an impact will he make? Will he pair effectively with the existing roster of defensive stars? And most intriguingly, how did the Patriots manage to keep this so under wraps while other teams seemingly slept on the opportunity? While the team remains tight-lipped, league insiders hint that this could be the start of a pattern, a new era of low-key, high-impact moves that could once again make New England a model of off-season cunning. For now, fans and analysts alike are left with tantalizing hints, watching closely as the Patriots prepare for a season that promises both intrigue and intensity. If the whispers are accurate, this stealthy signing might not just be good. It could be brilliant. And as always in New England, the quiet moves often speak the loudest. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.